Mark, thank you for participating in the Golf Digest Challenge. My name is Chip Koehlke. I'm the Director of Instruction at the Faldo Golf Institute in Orlando, Florida, and I'm going to be analyzing your swing today. First thing I want to talk to you about is your rehearsal. It looks like to me that you're trying to get your hands a little bit more in front of you and the club rounded off. My only caution to you would be this. Be careful how open that club face gets as you're doing that. Ideally, you just want to rehearse this to the correct position, which is, where the shaft is parallel to the ground and parallel to the target line. Going much further than that is going to create a little difficulty for you. But mainly what I see here is a pretty good setup and a really good backswing. Maybe the club just gets a wee bit underneath the shaft plane here. The camera's moving a little bit on me. Gets just a wee bit under the shaft plane here in the beginning. But ideally what we want to do in that rehearsal is try to get that club on the top side of that bottom red line. Actually, I'd like to see it even here in front of you a little bit more than that. So your hands and the club head here in the circle. That would be ideal. And the leading edge of the club face at that point should be straight up and down. We don't want to see it open, point it to the sky, nor do we want to see it closed, point it towards the ground. So straight up and down with that leading edge of the club face. And if you could get your hands just a wee bit more in front of you, it's going to help you round this swing off in the second half of the backswing. You can see here that you tend to get yours just a little bit vertical. We'd like it to look a little bit more like those red lines, but not too bad. I actually like this quite good, and the shaft's nice and parallel there. Here's where things go a little astray for you. You're not sure how to unwind this downswing. I'm going to give you a different thought than probably anybody's ever explained the downswing to you. All we're trying to do is return to address. So if I just back this video up for a second and kind of trace your hands, there they are at the top of the swing, and they got there by going this way. And that has the butt of the club coming back to you and the club head going back out in front. Now, we're going to roll this forward. I want you to see what happens on your downswing. You see how your hands now are in front of those yellow circles? What's going on there is this. Instead of shallowing your hands and bringing them closer to you, you're steepening them and throwing them out in front. Another way of saying the same thing is that you're pulling the butt of the club more towards the golf ball and not enough towards yourself. If you pulled the butt of the club towards yourself, the club head would go back out on the plane and your hands would shallow, or they'd get lower or closer or back where they were at address. So what ends up happening from here is that to compensate for this move that you're making, you end up standing up. And I want you to see how your pelvis tilts in and your head rises above where it was at address. So now we're completely standing up this way. We've lost all of our tilt from our pelvis or our hips here. So you've tilted the pelvis this way. And the grip and the handle of the golf club is standing straight up in the air and the club head's down low. So we want to try to return more like we were at address. So great drill for you is a start over drill or full swing rehearsal. Full swing waggle, if you will. You make your backswing and then start over. You make your backswing and then you start over. It'd be good for you to do that with your bottom, your bum, up against a wall or a stick or something, so that you could make sure, it could even be a bag rack, that you can make sure that your bum stays on the wall on the way down. That's what we want it to feel like, right there, instead of that move. You see how your pelvis tilted forward and you stood up? So by rehearsing that downswing feel right there, you're going to improve your ball striking immensely. Thanks for participating in the Golf Digest Challenge.